Shifter cable angle is an often misunderstood topic that is given just way too many definitions. Sometimes it's used to describe the moving ends of the cables at the transmission or shifter end. Sometimes it addresses the angle the cables take when the cable's conduit passes through the chassis. Sometimes it addresses the angle the conduit or the cable makes with the bracket at the shifter or transmission. The term is used interchangeably for a variety of definitions, and there's substantial speculation about what is acceptable. I'm Russell, and I'm one of the designers at ACUITY. I'm responsible for designing our short shifters and many other products, and shifter cables are a topic that we've taken a great deal of time to understand. We decided it was time to share some of that knowledge to help enthusiasts make informed decisions when trying to evaluate shifting upgrades. Up until the late 90s, Hondas, Acuras, and many other front-wheel drive makes and models used a shifter that was connected to the transmission using rigid metal linkages that the shifter would push, pull, or rotate to select gears. This was a logical design at the time because it was economical, simple, and gave reasonably rigid shifts. As drivetrains and car engine bays became more compact and feature-rich, manufacturers began to opt for shifter cables instead of solid linkages because of the routing flexibility they offered, giving designers more options for shifter location and transmission layout. With shifter cables, the shifter no longer needed to mount to the floor and could instead be moved upward closer to the driver. You can see this evolution from the Hondas and Acuras of the late 90s with floor-mounted, solid linkage shifters, and their successors, the cable-shifted Hondas and Acuras of the early 2000s, with shifters that were often positioned higher up, closer to the steering wheel. The EP3, FN2, FD2, and even the CR-V are great examples of this. Some make the mistake of assuming that the move to shifter cables was a downgrade for shift feel, but a well-designed shifter and shifter cables can deliver a shift just as accurate and satisfying as a direct-mounted rear-wheel drive shifter like what's found in the S2000. It's true that an unmodified OEM cable shifting setup can leave a bit to be desired, but with some carefully chosen mods, you can have shifts that will make track days and even your daily commute a lot more enjoyable. To make the information we provide about shifter cables a bit more practical, we'll describe these ideas in context of the mods that they're relevant to, so that you know what to look for when selecting reliable upgrades. We won't refer to anything as shifter cable angle, since that's such a vague term, but we'll cover many of the things people are referring to when they use that term. First, let's talk about guide tube angle. The guide tube is the plastic or metal sleeve near the ends of the shifter cable that the rigid end rod slides in and out of. It's normally easier to spot the guide tube on the end that connects to the shifter because it doesn't have a rubber bellows on it like on the transmission end, but rest assured there's one on both ends of the cable. The guide tube's purpose is to help transfer motion between the flexible inner member that moves back and forth inside of the cable and the rigid end rods that move back and forth at either end of the cable. The guide tubes are able to swivel, normally around 10 to 20 degrees, depending on the application and manufacturer. While finding documentation on the safe range for your specific cable may be impractical or even impossible, the easiest way to observe a cable's swivel range is to gently deflect the end of the cable until you feel a slight resistance. If you're installing a short throw adapter on the shifter or transmission, a rocker upgrade, or an adjustable shifter that alters this angle, you should ensure that you're not deflecting the cable farther than you were able to deflect it when you applied that very gentle side load to the cable. While having the guide tube parallel to the cable will result in the lowest wear rate possible, wear will not increase dramatically in most cables when the guide tube is operated within the safe deflection range. If you're using a throw reducing upgrade that deflects the cable forcefully past the safe deflection range, you may run into notably increased wear rates in the cables, which over time could manifest as additional play in your shifting system or increased friction felt during shifts. If you're using ACUITY products, you'll be pleased to know that we account for the safe deflection range of the OEM cables in all products that change the throw or gate spacing of your shifts. Next, let's talk about conduit routing, another topic often described when people discuss shifter cable angle. The conduit is the part of the shifter cable that routes the cable from the bracket on the shifter to the bracket on the transmission. Typically, the conduit will pass through a hole in the chassis near the shifter and route under the center tunnel to the engine bay where it connects to the transmission. The conduit normally has a metal or plastic bushing at either end that connects to the bracket using clips or collars. The conduit is very important as it's responsible for guiding the inner member which transfers motion from the shifter to the transmission. If the conduit is damaged or compromised, it will impact how well the inner member can slide and transfer movement. To keep the shifter cables working reliably, the conduit needs to be routed with smooth, gentle bends, avoid being overheated, and never permitted to be put in tension due to engine movement. Generally, if you're installing an upgrade like an aftermarket shifter or shifter cables, you want to make sure that the conduit is being routed similarly to how they would be routed with an OEM shifter or cables. A small difference in attachment location will be tolerable in most applications, but if the aftermarket shifter dramatically changes the attachment location or attachment angle where the conduit attaches to the shifter, this could cause harsh bends in the conduit, which could increase friction, or in extreme cases, could force the conduit to be closer to your exhaust, which could cause increased friction from thermal damage to the conduit. ACUITY shifters often intentionally adjust the cable location by a modest amount to permit a wider range of adjustments, but whenever possible, the location is kept as close to OEM as practical. When installing aftermarket shifter cables, first compare the length of your OEM cables to your aftermarket cables. If the aftermarket cables are shorter than OEM, they may risk being damaged by engine movement. If the conduit does not have enough slack to permit the engine and transmission to move forward during deceleration and braking, it could put tension on the cable's conduit, which will eventually rip the conduit out of the bushing that attaches it to the bracket on the transmission. Also check that the conduit routes under the vehicle in a path very similar to OEM and that the cable doesn't get closer to the exhaust than the OEM cables did. If your aftermarket cables are slightly longer than OEM, make sure that the extra length is used nearest the transmission and not under the car near the exhaust. If the cables route too close to the exhaust, you may overheat and damage them. While we're on the topic of shifter cables, here are a few pro tips. When installing an aftermarket header, turbo, downpipe, or exhaust, we highly recommend insulating between the hot components and the shifter cables to prevent premature wear on the cables. When evaluating aftermarket cables, also ensure that the cable and cabin are isolated from contaminants. Cables with bellows installed on the transmission end will help prevent debris from entering the cable more reliably than wiper seals will. We also recommend checking the integrity of the chassis seal on aftermarket cables. Look for a chassis seal with the same quality and integrity as the OEM seal to avoid ingress of exhaust gas, road debris, and noise into the cabin through the hole in the chassis where the cables pass through. Upgrading your shifter setup doesn't have to be a gamble. Stick to these guidelines and you'll have a smoother, more reliable shifting experience, whether on the track or during your daily commute. Remember, thoughtful mods lead to better results. Have questions or need advice? Drop them in the comments or contact us through our website. And if you want more tips to transform your shifting experience, hit the subscribe button. I'm Russell from ACUITY, and let's make your car the best it can be.